Okay. I'll move the mic. We got a lot to go over today. Let's get into it. Okay. So the short version is, and you don't have to watch the whole thing now if you don't want to. Basically, the way Destiny does their matchmaking, I think there's a flaw there. They talk about in their twabs that they do. They've talked about schoolyard picks. They've talked about wanting to balance win rate to get like a 50-50 kind of win rate. I know other games balance win rates and do very well with it. I think the critical problem, what I'm going to highlight here today, is that Bungie's not doing that effectively, and I'm going to go into how that is, why that is, and what that means to you, and hopefully that can maybe change and develop so that in the future we can have a better experience, because I don't think anybody should walk into a situation and be just completely massacred. So that's the short of it, and I'll go into the long of it now. Thank you if you enjoyed that. Subscribe. That was for nothing. Yeah. So, anyways, we'll get into it here. So, this weekend is trials and it's solo trials. So that's the absolute best way, because there's no groups in, of seeing how Destiny balances everything out, how they pick their teams, and why it's so evidently flawed. So let's go ahead. This is just destinytracker.com. They are fantastic for stats. We'll pull up mine and go over it that way. Okay, hopefully I can cut that around. Let's go to 2 days ago, Friday, 20 matches. Okay. We can scroll down to the bottom here, and this is what I'm looking at. Okay. Here we go. My team, Alpha Team, we had a 97% chance of winning. That seems pretty effed up since we're all solos. Destiny could have balanced it better. Essentially, they should have put Guardian 4784 on his own. The other two people on my team, me and the other guy on my team, should have been on a team. Then the next highest, so Denton Rice, would have gone with the other Guardian there. We would have taken the YTD tank, and then X-Man is with Guardian, and it kind of balances the points out. In no way should they have put the top three with the bottom three. That's what this is very clearly. So, did I have a good match? Yeah, it felt great. Did I enjoy myself? Yeah, I did. But the juxtaposition is that when I lose, then am I losing because I didn't play well, or am I losing because I was set up for failure? The other team had a 3% chance of winning. Now remember, this is also with quitter penalties, so if those people are like, nah, you know what, there's no way of us winning this one, they can't bounce. They have to sit in it for the entirety or get penalized, and they're not the ones that came up with this matchup. So I think that's a little bit buggy. That's only one example. Let's go to the next example here. So a little bit closer. So Bravo, my team, had a 67% chance of winning. So again, they've done a little bit better where they set up the system, like I said, where they put the top person. Then it should have been the next two. So on the other team, which it is. Then the next highest on his team. Yep. Then the next lowest. So essentially, this is the best matchmaking they could have done in this setup, and it's a 67% is the best that it was going to be. I think that they should really shoot to try and get more, 60-40. Obviously 50-50 every time is never going to be a thing, but I'd way rather lose when I had a chance of winning than to just lose straight out because it's been predetermined. So this is a match that I lost. Bravo had a 95% chance of winning. Walking in, I had a 5% chance of winning this match. So right off the rip, right from the moment I land on the planet, this system already knows I'm going to lose. The API already knows I'm going to lose. And so I know that Bungie balances things by saying, oh, we take into account your build and how you do this and how you do that and all these other things. But really, if they just kind of focus on win rate of the people playing like this does, you can really see there's very few times, I would say 1 in 100 times, that I have been able to break out of what that's saying. And I think win rate is so important rather than just KD, because you could have somebody that is a monster at killing but has no team skill. And so they do great on their own, but really they're not gonna swing a 3v3 because of how good they are at killing. They're not focused on the game itself. Whereas you have some of these kind of like ditch dogs that have lower KDs, but they will swing entire matches by, they're the ones taking the control points, they're the ones breaking the other team, they're the ones throwing themselves out there in a tactical fashion to sway the match. So I think that win rate is definitely something to look at as far as how we're balancing these out. Like, I know it's connection based and stuff like that, but I mean, I would almost rather just play a slot machine to say, oh, you won that time, oh, you lost that time, oh, you won that time. Here's another example. So I had a 12% chance of winning, right? We won this one. I think this is one. Yeah. So 18% chance, right? Of losing that one. And we, this one's still 32%. What is it with these? So I had a 6% chance of winning this match when I walked in. Nothing against Death Zero. I had a 6% chance of walking in. That's it. That's absolutely it. That's how they scheduled it, right? This fantastic match, right? Alpha had a 51% chance of winning. This is exactly what you want, where you want these sessions where you can go into it with an opportunity to win. And the way it looks to me, based on the API, is that they don't allow that. Like, I don't know, what are your guys' thoughts? I don't like going into matches that I know is just straight out a loss. It's not fun. It's not nice. Here's my flawless run that was basically pre-decided for me. The other team had a 1% chance of winning that one. This one I lost. I felt like we should have won that one, but oh no, 33%. So, what do we do here? But this is why it sucks. If you ever are like, man, I don't think I'm just playing bad, I think I'm getting the short end of the stick, pull this up and take a look, right? Pull this up, take a look, and go, oh yeah, they decided for me that I was going to win this match or lose this match. So I'm not trying to be hard on them. I think that there's a lot that they have to incorporate. But when you get into where it's like singles and you can go, okay, this is what we're doing, we're going to, balance it out like this, you might be able to make matches that are a little bit closer together. So, I don't know. You tell me what you think. But for me, that's what does it. Anyways, Call me Knox.